What's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. Now it's time to get ready for round 7 of the Manufacturer Series on Gran Turismo Sports. So right now we'll be racing on the reverse track of Sardegna Road Track A. So we'll be able to use Group 3 for today's event, and now we'll be able to race for 8 laps. Now, looks like this is going to be able to get ready to go, so this will be able to go and grab one Group 3 car, and now this is going to be able to take one good tough corners that this is going to be able to do a lot better that this is going to be able to take. So, this is definitely a pretty safe race to be able to race on the full track, and now this will might get everything prepared to do whenever it takes to be able to get ready for one good Group 3 race. We'll be able to do a lot better. So, luckily that this is going to be pretty good to be able to race on the same track with a different layout version, and now this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to keep it going. So, looks like we'll be able to have to use racing medium and hard tire compound for this type in this race, and now this is going to be able to do a lot better that this is going to be very tougher that this is going to be able to work hard to be able to keep up. Now, everything is going to be very good and simple, so this is going to be able to have a different type of the track that this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to keep it going. So, looks like this is going to be able to have a one good opportunity of the race that this is going to be able to keep coming in for. So luckily that this is going to get very tougher, that this is going to be able to have the double cones to be needed as possible. So, looks like this is going to be able to have to take that second turn is going to be very sharply to be able to go in. So, whenever you're going to have to be able to keep in check of the brake indicator, so that'll make sure that this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to take plenty more clear consecutive turns, is going to be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to do much of it. Okay, now this is going to get pretty intense, and now this is going to be able to take that turn. We'll be able to go in. Alright, that should be giving one spare lucky chance to be able to keep it going, and then this is going to be able to do a lot better. Now, giving one good straightaways that this is going to be able to take the advantage, but somehow obstacles will be able to occur, so we might be able to have to race carefully, because this is going to be a very tough track for us that this is going to be able to take differently, like the forward version of the track, because this is going to be able to do partially take the chance we'll be able to go in to take the pace we might go in. Now, this is going to be able to have a penalty line as definitely shown on it, so this will be able to have by 1 for use. So this is going to be able to do much more inside turns, just going to be able to make sure to avoid any collision that happens, because this is going to get pretty tougher that this is going to be able to take for this race. So they'll be able to do much better to be able to keep maintained on the track, because this is going to have to take a lot more progress, that this is going to be able to take a lot more hot laps to get. Alright, looks like 1 minute and 50 seconds is definitely might be going along to do it, so just going to be able to make sure this is going to be a very tough track, that this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this will be able to keep up on it. Okay, just going to be able to keep in track of the gap distance, is definitely might be going in to do it, so looks like this is going to get very extreme, that this is going to be able to have another tough race, that this is going to be able to go there. Okay, just going to be able to beat that gap time distance to be able to go up ahead. This is going to be very tougher to get. Well, of course, this might be very possible, but it will be needs to do a lot more practice to be able to race on the reverse track. So this will be able to have to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to take plenty more inside turns, that this will be go as possible. That'll be able to have to help out, that this is going to be able to give it one good challenging corner strategy and a lot more speed to be able to get better. So he'll be able to try again to be able to have the second attempt. This will might go in to be able to get better. So it gets very tougher, that this is going to be able to have the first turn is going to be very sharp edge to be able to keep it coming, and then this is going to be able to make a one braking point to be able to use as the main cue. That could get pretty tougher, that the inside of the turn will be able to get near at the curb wall has definitely seen pass by. So this is going to be able to take plenty more technical curve turns. Is definitely might be very difficult, so it'll be able to do a lot better so we can hang on to it. That could be able to take a lot of good things that whenever you're going to have to see the brake indicator that this is going to be able to mark in for. Okay, just going to go down and take one good first straight. We'll be able to take the chance to do it. That could get pretty harder to be able to keep a good eye check on the meters is definitely shown on it, so they'll be able to do much practice to be able to do the basics of any Sardegna road track skills we'll be able to have. Okay, that's a very good turn. Now this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this will be able to take plenty more chances to get. So I hope that this is going to be able to have another tough race, that this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to keep up. But sometimes it is going to be very difficult, so it'll be able to do a lot better to be able to have much more tire effect, that this is going to be able to keep up on it. Okay, that's a better lap time, and now this is going to be able to do much more speed and take a lot more good advantage that this is going to be able to take. And watch out for that part of the barrier. That could get cause of a severe minimum damage, so that gets possible that try not to hit it, because that could be causing amount of front bumper damage, because this is getting a little bit loosening up on that control effect that this is going to needs to take some time to repair. So try to be careful not to hit any barriers that could cause a lot of damage, because that will have a little issue effect of the Group 3 car. It definitely might needs to be fixed for only a short minute amount of time. Okay, so giving a little bit 40-second repair time, that this is going to be able to keep in track of the time that this is going to be needs to be fixed automatically itself. So it'll be able to do it fine. So just going to be able to make sure don't get too rough on it, because that could get having some little bit handling problems that this is definitely might have to occur. So I hope that this is going to be able to do a lot better lap times to be able to keep it going, and then this is going to be able to get better. So this will be able to take a minute left for a warm-up practice, that this is going to be able to do a lot better whenever it's going to be able to take. So maybe this is going to be very good, that this is going to be able to have a reverse track of Sardegna Road Track A. Is going to be able to do a lot of possible ways to be able to get there, but just going to be able to make sure to keep in track of the brake indicator point, that this is going to be able to see wherever it's going to be going at. But it gets very hard, so we might be able to be prepared for one tough turn. Is going to be able to keep coming in. Now that could be pretty much safer, so you'll be able to drive carefully, because this is going to be able to do a tough turn. Is going to be able to get. Okay, just going to be able to make sure this is going to be able to take one very exercise caution of the reverse track. Is going to be very tougher, that this is going to be able to have a lot of hard hits to be able to be prepared for one race, and then this is going to be able to have a tough race that this is going to be able to go as well. But we all hope that this is going to be able to do a much better clean race whenever we might need not to be put it out on it, because that could be pretty hard to be able to catch up on it. So looks like this is going to be able to have join-in session of the race, and then this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to have a chance. So okay, looks like second place is definitely might be okay to be able to get ready. So I hope that this is going to be very good to be able to do it. So maybe that would be very good, that this is going to be able to have a one tough race on reverse. So this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to get the SR. Will be able to be back on track on the A. But it always gets difficult, so we just definitely might need to be able to stay on track of the SR. Will be needed for sure. So, looks like let's go and get ready for a warm-up of the practice, and now this is going to be able to take plenty more times until this is going to be able to take much better to be able to take the chance we'll go on for. Alright, so using the racing medium tires is definitely giving the best choice for you, so you'll be able to do just fine. So it gets very challenging to be able to stay on the safer ways to be able to avoid the wall barrier. That could give a one hard hit that this is going to be able to be much careful. Alright, so looks like just going to be able to make sure this is going to be plenty more inside turns as much as possible. So it is going to be able to do a lot better that this is going to be able to be very much careful whenever we have to avoid any walls that we just really don't want to hit. Now, just take a good look by giving an example. So it'll be able to have to do a lot more safer that this is going to be able to stay on the middle of the tarmac track, that this is going to be able to go in. Okay, just going to be able to take plenty more seconds to go, and then this is going to be able to have to give one good brace that this is going to be able to go in. Okay, here goes another one. Just going to have that clean turn go in. Okay, just going to be able to take a lot more practice when we can, because this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to take inside turns. We'll get the chance to do it. Okay, giving one good grip effect that this is going to be coming in. Bridgestone Racing Team. Okay, now that was a very good message to be able to represent the tire aftermarket brand, that this will be able to have a chance to support any tire aftermarket brands. Will be able to do much more support. Alright, let's get ready for a 10-minute qualifier time, and now let's get ready to get started. So this is going to be able to do much better, that this is going to be able to take plenty more times to be able to get there. So looks like time to be able to go out onto the pit again, and now let's just going to get ready for one good run until this will be able to do a lot better to be able to take much more speed to keep up, and then a lot of obstacles that we must be very careful to do it. Okay, just going to be able to make sure this is going to be pretty hard, that this is going to be able to have a one brace, but decreased SR is definitely might be not what we wanted. We just want the green SR is going to be able to go up better. So that will be able to help out, that this is going to be able to take a one good chance to have a good clean race. Okay, giving one good check then. Oh my gosh, this is going to get very embarrassing to see it. Alright, a hard hit that occurs the 4-second penalty. This is going to be very tougher, that we must be very careful, folks. The reverse track of Sardegna Road Track A is going to be very hard to be able to deal a lot of obstacles that this is going to be able to endure. Quick apologies, by the way, because this is going to be able to take plenty more chances to go. So looks like 4-second penalty is definitely might be able to force the proceed to decelerate onto the penalty line. That'll be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to do a lot harder to get. Hazard lights on. Now I'll just have to let him go first. Alright, now looks like getting a little bit behind, so it's okay to be able to have third place. We might get better to do it. So looks like this is going to be able to get started for one qualifying time until this will might get ready. I hope this is going to be doing a lot better to be able to take a lot more speed, and also the first turn is going to be very sharp, so this will might need to be very much careful to be able to do it. Okay, take that turn going in. I hope this is going to be very good, that this is going to be able to take a chance. We might get everything for a lot more speed to be able to get better. Okay, giving a good grip amount. Now stay careful on that S turn, is going to be very technical on it. Oh boy, that could get very sharper on the outside turn, is going to be very hazardous to be able to avoid it. Okay, this is going to get very tougher to get, so just going to have to take that turn. Is going to be very danger close to be able to approaching in, and now the wall part is definitely might be avoided. Okay, there you go, that's better. Now that will be able to take plenty more inside turns, is going to be able to do a lot better. Alright, this should be doing good. Now this is going to be able to take a lot more slipstream. We'll be able to take a lot more speed to get there. So it might help out that this is going to be able to take a lot good speeding chance to go. So looks like this is going to be able to take a lot of fastest lap, that this is going to be able to beat the qualifying time, but just going to be able to make sure that always to be very careful not to hit the metal barrier. That could be pretty difficult, that this is going to be able to take a lot more careful chance to go. Okay, so looks like this is going to get very hard to be able to keep up on it. So looks like this is going to be able to take a fuel check, that this is going to be needed as possible for it. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to get in. Take that turn, is going to be very harder to be able to get there. So just going to be able to stay on the tarmac. That could be safer to be able to do it. Now looks like just going to be able to give one speed approach to be able to go in. Okay, watch out. Oh man. Well, looks like this is definitely might be able to be much careful not to do any reckless to be able to cause a sportsmanship rating to go down, but looks like just really want to be back on the S, because this is going to be very difficult, so we just really don't want to have enough bumps around each other. That could be a good concern. Alright, looks like this is going to be able to going into the pit stop as possible, so this is going to be able to do a lot better. That's a good thing. I just really need a pit stop to be able to have a refuel time that this will might go in. Alright, the crew is ready to have the tires set and ready to go. This is going to be able to have a perfect call. We'll be able to get ready. Okay, now that should be good to have the tire done, and now wait for the refuel to be able to get started. Now, looks like this is going to be able to have enough time until this will be able to have a time range check that this is going to be able to go on. Alright, here we go. Let's go back onto the run, and now this is going to be able to take enough chances to be able to beat the lap time. It's going to be very harder to get. Okay, just going to be able to make sure that every part of the specific turns on the reverse is going to be very harder to get. Okay, be very careful. This is going to get very tricky on that part of the turn. Okay, this is going to get very tricky on that turn. It is going to be very possible to be able to get. So looks like this is going to be very tougher. That Sardegna road track A on the reverse is going to be very intense, that this is going to be able to do a lot more brake check, that this is going to be able to give a one hard approach, because everything is the wall obstacle. Of course, that thing's about to get very damaged up, that this will be able to be very careful to avoid the decreased SR might give a hard effect that this is going to be able to take, because every skill might need to be able to be back on track, because that could be taking a lot of progress that this will might need to have. Now, looks like this is going to get better, and this is going to be able to take plenty more clean turns, is going to be able to do a lot better that this is going to be able to take. Okay, looks like going on 10th place is going to be doing a lot of hard better to be able to get. So, just going to be able to have an outlap time to be worn up, and then let's do it for one better chance to go. So this is going to be able to take plenty more speed to be able to get there, but looks like this is going to get very tougher that by the first turn is going to be very tougher that this is going to be able to do plenty more corner check that this is going to be able to get. So that will be very difficult that this is going to be able to beat the lap time for almost 1 minute and 40 seconds that this is going to be able to take enough time that this is going to get pretty hard to do it. Okay, just going to have that turn, and this is going to be very intense. Oh, looks like that could be the hard part that we just definitely have to be very careful. So it always happens that this is going to get pretty tougher that this Ubi needs to get. So looks like this is definitely might be having a front bumper damage check that this is going to be going in for. Well, always going to be able to make sure that the clean race is going to be very tougher that this is going to need to be able to get. So looks like it's on for under 1 minute left. So I hope that this is going to be very tougher, that this is going to be able to take a lot more pace to get. So looks like this is going to be able to have a one tough qualifying race that this is going to be able to work harder to get. So it'll be needs to be able to have a lot more grip to be able to have to keep it on for. So looks like just going to be able to take a second chance racing until this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to keep up on it. Alright, looks like this is going to be able to have the 6th lap at the final lap. Will might get better to do it. So it'll be able to do much possible that this is going to be able to keep in track of any more better corner turns that this is going to be able to keep in check. Okay, looks like here we go. Final lap is on its way, and now let's go and finish the lap time. Will might get better to do it. So it's always going to have to take plenty more chances to be able to do whenever it takes to do it. Obstacle turns is going to be very tricky, that this is going to be able to do a lot better to keep up. Okay, this is going to get very good clean turn, and now this will be able to do much perfectly inside turn is going to be able to do perfectly to be able to give it a chance for. Okay, just gonna give it one good straight approach, and now this is gonna be able to do a lot better to be able to take plenty more inside turns is gonna be important. Okay, looks like still got enough time remaining, and now this is going to be able to do perfectly to be able to get better. So this is going to be able to do much more practicing time moments that this is going to be able to take plenty more inside turns. Will might give a help. So just going to be able to make sure that the fuel check is going to be important. So this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to have one good pit strategy that this is going to be able to keep coming in for. Alright, looks like this is going to get another round moment, and then this is going to be able to do a very better race that this is going to be able to keep up on it. So I hope that this is going to be able to take plenty more skillful chance that this should probably be able to do it. So, well, it always happens that trying to have a good chance to be able to have a good sportsmanship rating that this is going to be able to be back on the S is going to get super tough. So clean turns and clean passes is definitely important, that this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be needs to take much more improvements, that this is going to be able to give a good efficiency. So looks like this is going to be able to have a good qualifying results complete, and now let's get ready to have an 8-lap race. Will might get ready to be prepared. So I hope that this is going to be very tougher, that we just definitely might be able to be prepared for one good race that this is going to be able to get better. So, looks like this is going to be able to do much more speed, that this is going to be able to take much more corners, so everything is going to be able to do a lot of pressure that this is going to be able to take. So, looks like the starting grid qualifying results is now checked in for, so looks like this is going to be very tougher, that this is going to be a long race for us, because this will be able to have a good long race to be able to get ready. So, let's get ready for the clean race, and then let's do it a lot better that this is going to be able to take. So here we go, let's get ready. It's round 7 of the 2019 Manufacturer Series on Gran Turismo Sport, so looks like this is going to be giving a good chance of doing this race, so here we go. First up is Kid Zombie 2005 with a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Second place is Haven't Done with a Ford Mustang with a military camo style. Third place is Turbo Chaplin with a Porsche 911 RSR. Fourth place is Marville with a Mercedes-Benz AMG GT3. And fifth place is Rhinos Horn Up with a Mazda Intensa Group 3. Sixth place is Changjin Love with a Lamborghini Huracan GT3 with the original design. Seventh place is Oil Pressure P7 M5 with a Mazda Intensa. Eighth place is Pink Time 35 with a nice neon theme style of the Audi R8. Ninth place is Ink Slinger with a Patriot RCC. 10th place is FRT Poopy with a nice camo color shift style of the Volkswagen Beetle. Now at 11th place is Paul is with the Audi R8. 12th place is Stickman with a Toyota Supra. 13th place is Patch Oid 205 with a Mercedes AMG GT3. 14th place is Optimus Maximus with a Lexus RCF GT3. And 15th place is EMB 929 with a Ford GT. 16th place is Psycho Crowley with a Mercedes SOS AMG. 17th place is myself with a Chevy Corvette C7. 18th place is Mountaineer Scott with a Toyota Supra. 19th place is Alice with a BMW M6 GT3 M-Power. And 20th place is Bo Duke with a Porsche 911 RSR. This is going to be a long race for 8 laps racing on Sardegna Road Track A, because this is going to be the tougher one for us, that this is going to be able to have one good Group 3 race. We'll be able to learn to overcome the greatest racing event of all, and now this is going to be able to take much more chances. We'll be able to stay on it, so here we go. Let this be an 8-lap challenge to be able to hold it in, to be able to extend the time. Will might get everything better. So this is going to be a very fast race. Will might get everything for one good chance to be able to keep up. So brace yourselves on that first turn. This is going to get very harder to be able to hold on to. This is going to be a very tough obstacle challenge that this is going to be able to take. Now, giving one good grip the fact that this is going to be able to keep it holding on to. So this is going to get very tougher, that we just definitely might be able to stay clean on this race, but it gets pretty tougher. But this is going to be able to have a lot of obstacle skills that this is going to be able to take. Now, looks like this is going to be able to keep holding on to, so this is going to be able to take one tough race that this is going to be able to coming in. But this is going to be very tough, closer edge that this is going to be able to stay careful, because everything is going to be very harder to be able to race on the reverse version, and now this is going to be able to take a lot more straightaways that this is going to be able to take the hard advantage. Will might be able to go in. Take that inside turn, is going to be able to do simple ways to go, and then just going to be able to maintain the pace by the gap, is going to be able to keep holding on to, but this is going to get very tougher that this will be always to be able to give a chance to do it. Psycho Crowley is in 12th place, and now he's just definitely might be able to try to keep up for us, and looks like Kid Zombie 2005 is in the lead, and this is going to be very excellent that mostly other drivers have definitely might be able to try to keep up on it, because this is going to be a one tough race for us that this will might be able to stay calm and stay cool. We'll be able to do a lot perfectly to be able to take the chances for having a one good chance of an opportunity Will might come in for. Now moving on to the second lap, and then this is going to be able to do safer ways to be able to be very much careful on that turn. That could get a very tough hazard. Is going to be able to do much quicker step to be able to avoid it. Oh, looks like I've been slammed, and then this is looks like this is going to be very tougher that this is going to be able to be very careful to not to hit anything. Looks like that was a very pinned out to be able to give it one slam for it. So looks like self-repair is going to be on its way to be able to fix the issues, and now this is going to be able to do a lot better that this is going to be able to stay on the inside, is going to be able to do a lot safer. But this is going to be very loosened up on it, because this is going to be able to have a one tough race that this is going to be very much careful to do it. But I hope that this is going to be a very intense race Will might be able to stay on for. But this is going to be a very better chances to be able to keep up on it. Jeonjin Love is about to be approaching in onto the penalty line due to the effect that this is definitely might be able to keep in track of the penalty to be able to occur. And then looks like I'm just definitely might be forcing in to be able to maintain the pace, and then looks like this is going to be very tougher that this is going to be able to go on in for. But this is going to be very tougher that this is going to be able to reach up to be able to catch up for only 14-second gap ahead, and this is going to be able to take a long way straight that this is going to be able to take. So looks like fuel amount is at after 50% is going in, and now looks like this is going to be able to move on into the third lap, because this is going to be able to take plenty more skills of turns that this will might try to master. The Sardegna Road Track A in reverse is going to be very harder that this is going to be able to do plenty much more inside turns is going to be able to get. So I hope that this is going to be able to take a very good, better chance that this will might have to do for racing. So it's going to be able to take a lot of grip Will might be able to hold on for. Now looks like this is going to be able to going in. Now here comes that part of the turn. Is going to be able to do roughly on it, because this is going to be able to take fair chances that this is going to be able to do a lot more better chance to be able to keep up. Okay, going in, and now this is going to be able to do it. Then looks like Turbo Chaplin is in first place, and now him and his Porsche 911 RSR is definitely might be giving the best choices that this is definitely might be perfect to be able to race on the road track A. Is going to be very challenging for him. So this is going to be able to do much perfectly to be able to take plenty more challenges with any Group 3 car. Will might go in or go hard, is going to be able to take plenty more inside turns, is going to be able to take the chance Will might go in. Now looks like this is going to be able to take the next lap. Will be able to going in, and now this is going to be where the pit stop is going to be able to stop after the fourth lap. Now looks like this is going to be able to going in onto the fifth lap, is going to be able to go hard as possible. Now looks like this is going to be able to take that breaking point, is going to be able to going in, and then safer clears to be able to get a drastic measures we'll be able to take. Okay, very good to be able to stay on it, and then Patch Hole is now definitely might be able to stay on it, and then this is going to be able to take plenty more inside turns. Will get a chance to go on for. It looks like the fuel is about to be able to run out of gas soon, so this should be able to hurry up, and then this is going to be able to proceed as always to be able to stay as possible. Now, this is going to be able to take plenty more gap distance to come, and this is going to be able to take a little bit more time to do it. Now, looks like this is going to be able to have 5% of fuel remaining. I hope this is going to be able to have to use the fuel map as possible, that this is going to be able to take plenty more distance to come, and everything is important that this might be able to hold on for. Give it a lean 6, we'll be able to keep it on hold to be able to endure. So this is going to get very tougher, that this is going to needs to be able to save a lot more fuel to be able to go as possible. Alright, looks like down for 0.1 laps to go, and then this is going to be a suicide attempt to be able to going into the pit stop as possible. So here we go, 0% of the fuel is definitely might be going in. Now this is definitely might be very much possible that this is definitely might be able to go on for. So looks like this is going to be able to make sure this is going to be able to go in, and then this is going to be able to do safer to be able to keep up on it. Alright, looks like this is going to be able to have a full refuel time until this will be able to have tire chances to be able to go on. Alright, get my crew ready to change, putting up some new racing medium tires ready to go, and now the refuel is about to take progress to be able to get ready. I hope that this is going to be good to see for it, and looks like Tank Time 35 is in the lead, and this is going to be able to do excellent chances to see other racers who might go in to be able to keep pressing on, and now this is going to be able to take it to them, and now this is going to be very harder to be able to step up on it, because this is going to be very intense, that this is going to be able to do plenty more speed to get, and get plenty more chances to be able to do it. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take chances to go, and now this is going to be able to switch it in, and now it's going to have that turn effect, Will Mike going in, handling to be able to stay safe. And looks like Kid Zombie 2005 is in second place, and now he's about to be able to get back on his first place leading spot, that this is definitely might be taking the chance Will Mike go on, and then followed by Oil Pressure P7M5 is going to be able to take the chases on to first place. Is going to be very harder to be able to keep it up on it, and then looks like pit stop time is going in. So this is going to be able to take plenty more times, that this is going to be able to get there, and then this is going to be able to take plenty much more chances, that this is going to be able to have mostly other drivers will be able to do much more time to be able to keep up on this race, and then this is going to be very challenging, that this is going to be able to do it. Now on to the 5th lap, is definitely might be able to approaching in until the 6th lap will be able to continuing on for the chase. And then this is going to get very tougher, that this is going to be able to keep checking up on it, so it'll be able to do a lot more slipstreams, that this will might go hard as possible to be able to keep up. Now looks like they're finishing up the pit stop, and now they'll be able to coming out to the pits anytime soon, and then this is definitely might be going better and simple ways to be able to get going, and then that's how they always gets a better chances to be able to go there. Okay, now gonna have to take the inside turn, is gonna be able to do nicely fresh, and then continuing on to take the slipstream, Will might take the good short chance that this is gonna be able to get a lot more inside turns, and oh, looks like this is definitely might be giving it a curve surprising to see it for, and now looks like mistakes happens, but it's gonna get a better chances to be able to be very much careful not to hit each other, because that could get very harder enough, that this is going to be able to take much of it, because this is going to be very intense for having a one fair race, that this is going to be able to take the chance Will might go in. Okay, now going back onto this part of the turn, and now this is going to be able to going in. Okay, now take that turn, and now just going to be able to keep going, and then this is going to be able to take a lot more chances to go there. But it gets pretty difficult sometimes, but this is going to be able to do a lot better. Alright, looks like EMB 929 with this nice GT4 livery style of the Ford GT LM Spec 2 test car, titled as the race car, as definitely might be giving a one good chance to be able to keep going for having a one good Ford GT will might go race. A hard chance to be able to keep up on it, and now this is going to be able to do much of it, and then this is going to be able to take plenty more chances to be able to catch up on it. Now looks like going to be able to back on into this second turn, and now this is going to be able to go partially to be able to stay on it. Okay, just going to be able to have that turn on the way, and now this is going to be able to do partially that this is going to be able to do a tough race will might go in. Alright, looks like this is going to be able to take the 7th lap will go in, and then this race is about to be over anytime soon, so this is going to be able to take the best of chances to be able to keep up on it. Now, I hope that this is going to be able to do a lot better, that this is going to be able to take a lot more chances to be able to keep up. So giving one hard advantage is going to be able to have to keep in track of the turns, is going to be very partially to be able to stay on it. Okay. Stickman is about to be able to stay on 10th place, and then EMB is about to be able to take on for the overtake while I'm about to be able to go in. Because this is going to be a very tough race that this is going to be able to take the chances will go on. Okay, here we go. This is going to be able to take one last final turn until moving on into the final lap of the race, and this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to keep up. It looks like Hit Zombie 2005 is back in the lead, and now this is going to be able to have Outdone and Turbo Chaplin are about to be able to coming back in to be able to take the chances to be able to resume the battle of first place. So here we go, final lap, it's on its way. This is going to be a lot better to be able to keep up, that this is going to be able to have the very best chances for a good race we might go in. Now, looks like this is going to be very tougher to see it, so Tall Paul EP3 is definitely might be able to keep up on it, so it's going to be able to do tougher luck on it, so this is going to be very careful ways to be able to go. Looks like Stickman is definitely have a 5-second penalty to the effect, while Tall Paul is definitely might be trying to be able to recover, so this is going to get very tougher, that this is going to be a one hard race to be able to go on. And then looks like Hit Zombie is about to make his final stretch to be able to reach up to this podium, and now this is going to be his win, folks. I bet he is going to win, and now he finally made it into the checker flag, so this is going to be able to have a time remaining left standing, because this is going to be doing a lot better, that this will be able to keep up. I've been done, and Turbo Chaplin has finally made it in the top 3, and then this is going to be doing perfectly better, that this is going to be able to take plenty more chances to be able to keep it going. Now, looks like this is going to be a very excellent race, that this will be able to keep up. But this is going to be very good, that this is going to be able to take plenty more practice to be able to have to take much more chances on the reverse track, that this is going to be very excellent to do a lot better to be able to keep going. Alright, looks like this is going to be good and have a one good race finish, and now this is definitely a lot better, that this is going to be able to take plenty of tough races to be able to get there. So, looks like this is going to be able to have a good results confirmed, to be able to have a best of luck of chance that this is going to be able to take. So, finally made it in 10th place, and this is going to be able to do a lot better to be able to have a fastest driver in Chevrolet, and this is definitely might be doing a lot better to have a good clean race wheel might go in. So, it'll be able to do a lot harder to be able to keep going, and then this is going to be able to do a lot better. We'll be able to take the chance we'll go on for. Alright, looks like giving some earnings is definitely might have a clean race bonus as well. So, good thing that was a good race. We'll be able to take plenty more chances to be able to go there. So looks like we've seen a lot of hard moments that we just definitely try to keep up, or having a good race position we might go in. Alright, looks like this is going to be good to be able to congratulations to Kid Zombie 2005 for doing a good race. Now this is going to be very excellent, that this is going to be giving a lot of excellence for him in his Lamborghini Huracan. You're very welcome, Kid Zombie 2005. You did a good job for having a good race. Now looks like this is definitely very excellent for having a good result. So seems what's left of it on any SRs to be shown on the red, because it gets very challenging for us. So we might be able to get better to be able to keep up. So luckily, that was a very good race, that this is going to be able to have a lucky chance to be able to be running out of gas to be able to press on for. Well, of course, that would be the same, that I just definitely might be running out of gas to be able to going into the pits. So that would be much better to be able to have to keep on for the fuel check. So looks like that would be a lot better to be able to stay focused on the reverse track on Sardegna road track. So it will be very tougher to be able to have plenty more early braking points to be able to go as possible. So good thing that was a very good race, but it might need to be able to do a lot better to be able to keep up. So it will be able to make it more faster and more cornering. We'll be able to take a lot of skills. We'll be able to take plenty more chances to be able to keep it going. So I hope that this is going to be able to do a lot good runs. So this might be able to take much better, that this is going to be able to keep it going. So good thing that that was a very good race, but it was a very tough race, because this might need to be able to take plenty more inside turns. We might take the chance we might go in for. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the manufacturer series on Gran Turismo Sports, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.